Uh, Social Democrats, the bane of traditional politics and authority. Every great country seems to have one of these. Germany has the SPD, a party that brought life into the Weimar period where it was okay for women to kiss other women and got the Germans used to expressing their views in public, which is how Hitler got elected into power in the first place. So thank democracy, Hitler. Great Britain has the Labour Party, an alliance of social democrats, basically Democrats who are socialists, and democratic socialists who are socialists but Democrats. The difference can be confusing. Who can't win any elections because Ed Davey is too busy convincing people that females have penises instead of campaigning in smog-riddled factories with the workers. South Korea has the Justice Party, who are basically the Democratic Party from the United States, but in Korea. They fight for the rights of women who are still oppressed under the unbearable weight of Korean beauty standards. Social Democrats shows that a country has a desire to be progressive, which is reflected by the people, and a country that is willing to progress is a great country. And since Obama paved the way for liberal ideas to penetrate our lives in a global scale, Indonesia wants to join the social democratic bandwagon. We believe that by having one of these parties, we could be a great country that can move forward. Enter the Indonesian Solidarity Party, a really great political party consisting of ambitious young people with a burning passion for social justice, or to just get ahead in life, that wants to stick it to the man by worshipping the ground the man walks on. They are so inspired by the plight of other social democrats in the world, and to honor their never-ending struggle for social justice, they took the logo of the Spanish Socialist Workers' Party as their own. Not because they were unoriginal, but because they want to do them a solid. And this party has managed to get everything about Indonesian politics right, that even old people support them more than younger ones. Welcome back to the Based Indonesian Show for your daily dose of base opinions. Today we'll be looking at everything right about Indonesia's only social democratic party and to explore what makes them so right. The Indonesian Solidarity Party was founded by Grace Natalie in 2014 after observing the phenomenon of Joko Widodo's election as president in the same year. The party focuses on social democratic goals similar to other social democratic countries around the world and seeks to socially progress Indonesia, which is why it's appealing to the younger generation. At the same time, bonus demography was bound to happen in 2015, where younger people will reach productive age, and productive age means they're allowed to vote. Did they plan this out then? Nah, I don't think so. It's all just crazy coincidence. The Indonesian Solidarity Party aims to challenge the political norms and to reform politics in order to become more progressive. How progressive they want Indonesia to be is a matter open to interpretation and debate. There are plenty of issues plaguing Indonesia, and this party is adamant that social democracy can move us forward and vanquish our woes. When it comes to social democracy, we usually expect discussions about improving the lives of the working class, addressing income inequality, and ensuring access to education and healthcare for all. But not the Indonesian Solidarity Party, oh no! They have their priorities straight. While other social democratic parties out there are scratching their heads trying to fix inequality, improve healthcare, revamp education, and protect labor, the Indonesian Solidarity Party knows the solution to Indonesia's problems: women's right and Indonesian youth. They are the core of the issue in Indonesia. All of the politicians in Indonesia are men. Men who reek of testosterone and aggression.
Because these men continue to reign unchecked by the female wisdom.
And Indonesia has turned into a hormone-fueled cesspool of inequity, and despair. Only by promoting women's rights can we put these men who are prone to violence under control.
So corruption will no longer exist, and so will all the woes of Indonesia.
Men are the reason why everything is so wrong with Indonesia. The Indonesian Solidarity Party wishes for a more equal and just society. They envision an Indonesia where the bricklayers are not only men, but also women. An Indonesia where politics are no longer corrupt because half the politicians are women. A military that is even strong and less violent because even men and women are mixed as soldiers. more female laborers and careers to show people that we can do it. And in Indonesia, where women can be the breadwinners and men can be house husbands. And any chicans are met with extreme prejudice by chopping off their hands. They want to create a society envisioned in Starship Troopers come true. And I'm all for it. A society where I can be a house husband doing nothing but cleaning, cooking, and making videos all day. Sign me up! This is why the Indonesian Solidarity Party is awesome. And to top it all off, this party wants younger people to participate more in politics. Older people keeps on fucking up the country for their own benefit, so they cannot be trusted by any means to hold any power. No can do, no bueno amigo. Which is why the Indonesian Solidarity Party believes that only younger people matter and only their voice matters.
Oh yeah.
This is because the older people are going to expire from the world anyways, so they don't deserve any say in anything. Graduated from kindergarten? Well, congratulations, kiddo. You're going to run for office now. In this society, God forbid you if you turn 30. Where society rejuvenates you, quotation marks, once you reach that age. Just like in Logan's Run. This is a society where only the younger people matter and the average life expectancy is 25. Such a beautiful society. Children are already workers, teenagers are already bosses and managers, and the rulers are young adults. Cause decades of experience when your age gives you the passion and energy. So young is the way. Kind of like that one anime in the 1990s, Infinite Reviews. The way I see it, this is a win for me too since I'm pretty young myself. By this logic, I would already be president. So, sign me up too! The Indonesian Solidarity Party is successful in being shiny and promising for younger people. Younger people who are shining bright with optimism and idealism of the future, as well as newer sensibilities, are compelled to join and enforce unfamiliar norms on a society that has a much more older sensibility. That does not matter! Anything that is old and decrepit is automatically bad! We want to achieve an endless loop of change because change is always great and not changing is bad. It's very bad! Something is working out for us, tried and tested, change it! Being stagnant is bad and development is good for us in a society! Some people criticize the Indonesian Solidarity Party for their narrow focus and lack of substance regarding the issues they concentrate on. The party's selective focus on certain issues is said to undermine inclusivity of the Indonesian political landscape.
Well, I say fake news! Men are the root of the issue in Indonesia, and they are neutralizing it by advocating women's rights. How are they not inclusive enough?
Some of the party's policies are criticized for not reflecting social democratic views. Well, Indonesia is a really politically diverse country. It's so advanced in terms of politics that we do not discriminate left and right. So, the Indonesian Solidarity Party has compromised with the condition by taking actions that are incomprehensible to people outside of the party. Take, for example, the Indonesian Solidarity Party has endorsed a member of another party, Ganjar Pranowo, aka Virgil, as president for Indonesia. Many people are dumbfounded in that a party is endorsing another party's member, but not the Indonesian Solidarity Party. You can't understand what they're doing if they don't even understand what they are doing.
Bro.
The party aims to play the long game by getting the other party to give the ticket to him so he can be elected in hopes that Ganjar can do them a solid for inflating his value. Smart move, guys. Touché. My verdict? The Indonesian Solidarity Party is a party that is designed primarily to capture the appeal of younger people. It only focuses on women's rights, pluralism, and Indonesian youth because they're smart enough to see that those are the root of the issue in Indonesia.
Well, everything else. They aren't important. They're right and everybody else is wrong.
There are plenty of young politicians churned out by the party and influencers who are involved with the party. Even famous people and celebrities and artists are members of the party. And because of that, the party is the most grounded party that understands the people and are a part of them. But what makes it stand out from the rest of the social democratic parties all over the world is that it understands one important thing. To bring about political reform, you cannot challenge the status quo straight up and fight it. Rather, you need to join the oligarchy so that you can bring change from within the system. Infiltrate them. Very smart. 400 IQ. Very smart. Big brain move. Pro gamer move. That is why I consider the Indonesian Solidarity Party to be really clever. They do not fight the political status quo. They join it to bring about change from within. And they will bring change from within instead of being corrupted by the system. Right, guys? Please tell me you guys are going to bring change even after you guys are part of the system. I trust these people because their chairman is a famous singer and their party is filled with young hopefuls who are out to bring social justice and totally not because they want to make a name for themselves and f us over. That's why I think the Indonesian Solidarity Party is infinitely much better than the rest of the flower power parties around the world. If you like this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe for more content, and we will bring you the freshest content for your basket. Thanks for watching this episode of the Base Indonesian Show, and I will see you later in the next episode. Bye-bye, realist peoples! Bruh.